So he came to pick me up, and he had a Volkswagen. And I had a 1969 muscle car, 69 Chevy Malibu, hot car, and he comes up with a Volkswagen with only one seat in it, and then a beanbag chair. So he says, well, I'm covering my seats up, recovering them, so I had to finish the driver's side so we could go out. I kept saying, can we go in my car? We can take my car. Can we go in my car? And he goes, no, you'll be all right. So I get in the front seat and sit on a beanbag chair. My head was right here at the window. So when I looked out at people, I looked like a dog, looking out at them. So then we went out and met some friends for a drink, and then we went to the 7-Eleven. And he comes back out, and we go to dinner. And he comes back out, goes back to 7-Eleven to get more money. And then we went another place to have dessert somewhere, and then he went back to the 7-Eleven a third time. And what I didn't know is that he forgot to get money, and the 7-Eleven only cashed a $10 check at that time. So I felt like I was breaking the bank, Poor boy was having to go back and get money over and over again. And even with all that going on, me sitting on a beanbag chair, going to 7-Eleven 3 times, and him telling me that he was a rock and roll star, I knew this was the man I was going to marry.
A few years ago, before we joined this church, we were looking. We went to another church in the area. From the outside, it looked nice. It was large. It looked like it was fairly new. It was an independent church. And during the service, while he was preaching, this lady on the stage started doing lots of amens and praise the Lord, and God knows that. It struck me because she started saying God knows that before he said what he was going to say. But the service went on, and kind of the beat picked up, it became a little bit frenzy. And then he asked people to come down to the pulpit, the base of the stage. When the preacher was praying for him or talking to him, most of it you couldn't hear. It was personal, one-on-one. He'd put their hands on their forehead, and when he took their hands away, the people basically would fall back into the people who had caught him. Eventually, it came down that everybody was expected to go up there. And we were not going. And we were watching, and the preacher, I think, pretty much was looking at us. And to be honest with you, I quite frankly felt if he came up and started to talk to us, I was ready to slug him. And we left. Needless to say, we didn't go back. I guess we all find problems with the church we attend. This one had many problems.
Well, when I was a child, I was in Scouts, and the minister of a Baptist church invited our group on a specific Sunday to visit the church, and our group went. And when we were there, unfortunately, it was Communion Sunday, and when it became time for communion, the minister explained that unless you had been properly baptized, that you could not be served communion. And properly baptized, of course, was by immersion. And so if I hadn't been immersed, I hadn't been saved, and I wasn't worthy to take communion. And I felt horrible sitting there with everybody staring at me while they took communion. It was the most embarrassing day of my life.